Zero introduced its new DSR/X, an electric adventure bike, last week in Park City, Utah. The machine is closely based on Zero's recently released, range-topping SR/S sport bike, but almost everything has been subtly changed for on/off-road capability. Even the battery pack is new for 2023. The new pack is built around Farasis automotive lithium-ion pouch cells originally engineered for a certain famous German automotive company. With a nominal capacity of 17.3 kilowatt-hours, the pack is the largest that Zero has ever offered. Still, this explains why the company describes it as adventure bike rather than an adventure tourer. While loosely based on the SR/S, with a frame that looks to be used in common, almost everything has changed on the DSR/X. Its steering head has been tipped out for more rake and trail, and its frame has been strengthened for the pounding that off-road bumps and jumps hand out. The wheelbase is longer. The motor controller has moved out from under the battery to rest under the tail section, giving the DSR/X the best ground clearance in the adventure bike world. The new Showa suspension gives 7.5 inches of travel at both ends. The motor that powers the bike is on its fifth or so significant revision since Zero introduced it a decade ago, with more stator windings in the DSR/X motor than the SR/S. The result is a torque monster capable of 166 pound-ft, compared to 140 pound-ft for the sport bike motor. With the torque increase came a reduction in peak power, from 110 horsepower to an even 100. The DSR/X also gets its own brake system, with J.1 calipers tailored to it, and a very special Bosch traction/ABS/stability control system with 6-axis IMU. The Bosch system detects slip and or lean angle, and the Zero motor controller can respond to a request for less power far faster than any internal combustion ECU, which has to modulate power through the relatively slow physics of internal combustion. The Bosch system also provides stability-enhancing and almost seamless linked braking if the rider is using the front brake only. It dials in an optimum amount of rear braking for any level of front-only braking. There are settings for off-road levels of traction control, much more rear wheel spin is allowed, and off-road ABS, which continues to provide anti-lock control to the front wheel while allowing the rider to lock the rear. The linked brake system can be felt when trail braking into tight corners. The addition of a little rear brake by the Bosch system adds stability and confidence without being obtrusive. When sitting on the bike, the riding position is natural and comfortable. The machine's 544 pounds, just 26 more than the SR/S, disguised by the low center of gravity from the battery and motor positioning. Acceleration is strong and deceptive, with the bike rapidly reaching 80+ mph from a standing start, with no drama, fuss, or noise. There's a deep whine from the belt final drive below 40 miles per hour, but even that is soon erased by wind noise. Handling is smooth, quick, and consistent, with the Bosch traction control keeping things on the safe side in the standard setting. It can be felt noticeably tamping down the acceleration if the throttle is rolled on quickly while leaned well over. The overall impression, on a mountain road, is of a quick and smooth steering bike with impressive acceleration and equally impressive brakes. On a bumpy, loosely graveled fire road, the DSR/X performs as well as you might expect from its weight and tires, perhaps a little better than that, not unlike a Ducati Multistrada. The Showa suspension gives a controlled and smooth ride. It never came close to bottoming, but it wouldn't be expected to on such a road. Handling remains confidence-inspiring, and the traction control on off-road settings allows enough wheel spin to steer the bike, at least a little, before it damps down the fun. The off-road ABS returns full control of the rear brake to the rider while still keeping the front from locking. It was a welcome safety edge on a road that had some noticeably low traction sections. The overall sense, on road or off, is of impressive refinement, smooth acceleration, of stability, and quietness. This is certainly the most refined Zero motorcycle yet, and makes a convincing case for electric motorcycles. While the range may mean it's not yet an adventure tourer, it's a hell of a commuter SUV, with a 7-gallon storage compartment where a gas tank would be in one that doesn't require $5 per gallon gasoline. It's not for everyone, but we suspect those whose needs it meets are going to love it.